Hi there. So today I'll be unboxing the Roland E-X10 Arranger keyboard. This keyboard retails for about $200 from Costco, and it's a fairly new model. Let's see what's inside. Inside here, it's boxed up. Okay. So it looks like the first stuff here that's coming out is a music stand, an owner's manual. I'll set that down for later. Then next, and this came out quite easily, we have the keyboard. Ta-da. Alright. So the usual foam on the ends to protect it from slipping, and some foam right here as well to keep the keys and everything intact. And this should come off without even a box cut. It should come off very easily. Alright. And here's the keyboard. Oh, it is very light. One of the advertising points for this keyboard is that it's supposed to be a very light and portable instrument. So as we can see here, you've got the keys covered with sort of tape. Put that right in the box. Okay. So right here in the back of the keyboard, I'll get some close-ups in a minute. You have a couple of things: computer USB, a pedal input, a phone output, or a phone, I guess, for headphones, an auxiliary in. It looks like a mic input, and your power supply here. Now this is supposed to run on 6, as you can see here, AA batteries. And I have a fresh set of AA ready to go here, and we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. I'm going to get this set up and we'll see how it sounds. So I've got 6 AA batteries in this Roland E-X10. One thing that this is marketed for, like I mentioned, is that it's very portable, and I will say that yes, indeed, this is a very light instrument. It's not like older keyboards that had D batteries. This is just AA batteries, and they're quite light. So I can see carrying this to a gig, even if you're on the bus or taking the subway, something like that, would be viable. The only downside to this pack is that there was no carrying case included. I wouldn't expect anyone to just lift and go on this keyboard and travel with it without some damage. So you would have to buy a separate carrying case, which was a bit disappointing since as a primarily a guitarist, when I buy a guitar, it almost always comes with a case as well. So it was a bit disappointing to see this didn't come with a case, but you can still buy one separately. So let's turn this on. So this is a keyboard my father will be using at his music school. I won't be primarily using it, but I did want to unbox it and test it out to see how it sounded. So you have some presets here of grand piano, ballad piano, mellow piano, bright piano, I'm guessing warm piano, acoustic piano. So this also has touch keys, meaning that it's more similar to an acoustic piano, that if you press softly, and I'll turn this up, you get a soft sound, and if you really press hard, you'll get a more forte sound. That's great for people learning the piano because it imitates an acoustic piano. The dynamics are more similar. It doesn't have the same resistance to an acoustic piano, but it's a good start for dynamics and for being able to hear that this is what a piece should sound like. That if it says forte, you should play it loud. If it says piano, you should play it softly. So you could transition easily from something like this to a proper acoustic piano with a little less difficulty than keyboards of old that had just one dynamic range. It has some chords you can do. You have a tempo, so you could play along to something. Let me just go back to the grand piano here and test this piano tempo out here. Okay. So there's different styles. You can, looks like split, which is a couple of different sounds, and dual is two sounds at once. Transpose is you're going to change to different keys. So if you're playing with a singer and they have a too high or too low key, you can adjust the key as needed. It looks like there's also a mixer, a sustain button, a metronome. Let's try that out. Cool. Great. So yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of great settings here for beginners. I'll get a close-up of this keyboard in just a minute to show you the different buttons, but this is my quick sound test of it. I may be using it again in the future down at my dad's music school. I'm going to try to plug it in at some point to a PA system or maybe just an amp and see how it sounds, because I know that some people might take this to a gig, plug it into an external system, and you'd want to hear how it sounds that way too. But just with 6 AA batteries, my camera audio, I didn't even use my Tascam for this, just wanted to do it kind of simply. That's how it sounds, and that's what you're going to get out of the Roland E-X10. Cheers.